through the settings, you need to make sure that you give Restream the right to post publicly. Because if you don't do that, every time Restream posts, it's going to be locked to your friends only. Keep that in mind. It's really, really important. Or else every time you stream, people are going to be like, I can't share it. You've got to go into your settings while you're DJing and then change that from friends to public. Your titles are technically universal. Now, when I say titles, basically when it broadcasts, it adds a title to the broadcast, and it also adds in their little Restream line item there because it's free, so they have to find some way to promote too. So you have to create a title. If you don't, it's just going to say title, and that's going to be weird. So you can change it to whatever you want. This is a test, and then you can update all, or you can do it individually. I just prefer to do it all, and now as you can see, it changed them all to this as a test. You can also do social alerts, so every time you post, and it's going to send out a blanket, hey guys, somebody's on live right now, go check them out. So that's a cool thing to connect to Facebook and have, especially if you are promoting to your fan page and you want everybody else that's not on your fan page, maybe your personal account, to go to your fan page. Well, this is an easy way to send a notification to get them over there. I'm performing live. Any page that you are managing within Facebook, you have the option to send this notification. And the last thing that people are going to have questions about is, well,
at least 10
I'm
times
streaming to all
larger than
these
this,
places,
and all the records
how
would
do I
still be in
talk to
pristine
people?
condition.
Well, that's where the Restream chat
I've seen
comes
it
in.
before too.
So once you download the Restream chat,
I got
which
those
can
from
actually
different
be
people
done
from different
from
situations.
within your OBS, and if you look at some of Mojax's videos,
I would say
you can see
majority
that
of it
he
I still
posts
haven't even
his
heard yet.
Restream text on his page, so everybody has access to that. And you have options. You can either open up the browser, and you can see all your streams from there, and nothing's going to populate until I go live. And then when I go live, whatever account I'm live on is going to show up. Now, this is the browser. It's big. It's bulky. There are better options here. Now, what I prefer to do is use the actual app and do that instead. And the reason that I prefer to do that is because with the app, I can use my other computer to make comments while I'm DJing instead of having to keep going back to here to see if there's any comments looking at the browser, or I can have it right here. The personal page has a tendency for Facebook to go read only. So even though all the other ones work just fine, the Facebook fan page works, YouTube Live works, and Twitch works. The personal page does not work, probably because they want you to pay for the service. So I can't reply to my Facebook personal pages. I can see the comments, but I can't reply to that. So if that's the case, just have one little phone or iPad sitting over here that's just on Facebook only, so you can reply. But for everything else, I can reply right from here, and it shows everyone I'm replying to. You have the option to reply all, which means if somebody posts on YouTube, when you hit reply, it's going to put that comment on all of them. So if you're going to do it that way, the best way to do that is to turn on the bot activation, which basically pulls in every comment and posts it simultaneously to all of the channels. So if somebody posts on Facebook, that post is going to show up on the Twitch feed, and so when I reply, it's going to show up on both. That way, at least the conversation makes sense. I'm not just replying to random people out of the blue. Now you got everything you want. We are good, except we don't have IG here. Well, that's where upgrading to the feed comes into play. If you want to stream to IG, and I say that because there are some caveats to streaming IG and everywhere else that after you see it, you may not even want to do it. For $19.95, you're going to have to choose between your fan page and your IG. So for some people, not a big deal because you use your personal page anyway. For me, it's a little bit of an issue because of that. Neither here nor there. We're talking about you guys, not me.
That's like a year fee.
Why aren't you the landlord? Yes, you. Why aren't you the landlord? Every day you go to and from work.
Okay. Yellow Duck creates temporary stream keys for their service. Now, once you put in this custom key, yes, you can change it. This is a lot more work. Let's log in. Oh, by the way, in case you forgot, if you're not following me on Cleveland Terry, there's a problem. Cleveland with an underscore, just like this. Now, as you know, IG's dimensions are not horizontal, they are vertical. IG, it shouldn't be the focal point of your stream. The ones that natively shoot horizontal are the ones that you should be using. Your Facebooks, your YouTubes, your Twitches. Set up your layout, set up your design to support those first. If I use my IG layout, well, this is what you're going to end up getting. So this is the way IG sees it when it's set to their parameters. If I go back to my setting, then we have a problem because now it's all jacked up.
Like
because
this,
IG is
like,
not your focal point,
like
we don't want to put any emphasis
do you know
on
how much
how this
effort
looks.
it took
Instead,
to make
what we're
this?
going to do is we're going to go back to our normal screen, which is like this.
And then
Okay? Got my name, got
Can
this.
you imagine
got
going to
this,
see
blah,
that
blah,
show
blah.
and that's
Now,
what they give you at the
The
show?
best way to do this is because the moment I hit stream, it's going to show up on here
It kind of feels
basically
more
cropped
generic
out. So
nowadays,
it's going to
because,
take
like,
what
you
it
get,
considers to be
like,
the correct
look,
dimensions,
we
and
have
it's going to
behind-the-scenes
shrink it
stuff.
down. So all the
It's
information that's on the
readily
sides of this,
available.
meaning
Yes.
this area and this area, are going to get cropped out.
It feels
So if we do it
smaller
this way,
now.
and I'm going to show you
Why stuff like
exactly
that
what it looks like.
is
I'm
so
only
cool.
showing just this initial part right here. So the best way to get your
This
full
is a 20
actual
video,
turntables
right?
into play here is to just back the camera up. Now that I've backed it up, that's all the
17.
people really care about. They want to see you mix and
Took you an
use the
hour.
actual turntables. So you're still going to get what you want out of this, but now you have to deal with the extra real estate on the screen, which we're going to talk about right now. I've created some additional areas that Instagram won't see, but YouTube and Facebook and Twitch will see. Plus, it maybe gets people off of Instagram onto those larger ones, since Instagram is likely going to kick you off earlier than YouTube's and the Facebooks will anyway. All right, so let's turn on some things that don't really matter right now. So we're going to turn on Periscope. So now let's activate Twitch. Looks like everything's moving the way it's supposed to be. I'm not getting any delay. All right, let's go to Restream. Okay, so on my Restream, I have Cleveland Terry, the Twitch up, and I have the Periscope. This is a test. All right, and it's posted to both of them. Hello, this is a test. Send it out, pops up here, pops up on my main screen right here. So that's perfect. Now I can reply. And then there we go. So it's communicating with everybody. Later on, it will be communicating with YouTube when I'm on there also. And the same thing with Facebook. Only on the fan pages, not on your personal accounts. And IG, don't even think about that. You're not going to be doing any replying from IG. You're not supposed to be on there in the first place. The trick is you have to be creative with your layout when you're using it with IG. I wouldn't personally pay the $19.99 just for IG, but if you're using a Facebook public page, then yes, I would pay the fee because it gives you access to that. You can't have that access without it. In the grand scheme of things, it's not the most expensive thing you pay for a subscription fee monthly. And, you know, at least for the time being, while we're under these in-house restrictions, maybe that $20 a month is going to save your sanity a little bit here. All right, guys, that's it for me. If you found what I said here useful, hit that like button. If you found what I said here really useful, hit that subscribe button. Always a pleasure. I'll talk to you later. We'll talk soon. Peace. Also, another question was asked was, am I doing everything from my one computer? And the answer is no. I'm actually using two computers. I got one right here and one right here. DJ computer's over here. My OBS system is over here. You know, I do this because it just takes a lot of stress off of the one computer, knowing that this one's going to handle all the big stuff and this one's just going to handle my DJing. I'm not going to have any issues with applications trying to compete with one another. Another thing that you have to realize is that if you are doing OBS and you're outputting from your S9 mixer, if you're using one computer, there's the potential for you to get, well, that control tone that just sits on top of your music. That's really, really annoying. So to avoid that, you only have two options. One option is to get another sound card, your iRegs, the Inbox, as I mentioned before. Those all work using that as your output, and then you no longer get that control tone. Or use a secondary computer to handle that. Problem solved. The computer I'm using right now for my backup is the MacBook Pro, the 2012 Retina MacBook Pro. It's a quad-core processor, nothing big. It's just It was top of the line in 2012. Now it's just average. The other computer I'm using is the 8-core 2020 16-inch MacBook Pro on this side. So I know that it could handle all the pressure, but I'm just not trying to do that to myself. Okay, one more. If you are using OBS and for some reason you're getting errors, you just can't seem to get it to work properly, make sure you check in your Mac security settings and make sure you've approved them to have access to your computer. If you don't approve them, a lot of the things that you're doing are going to be blocked, and a lot of people are having issues because of that. So just keep that in mind. And I'm saying this right now because I just want to be clear about things. I love to help, but the thing I am not is your IT department. So there's only so much that I can do myself and that I can spend time working on. So Google it. I'm sure somebody's had the same problem. They can give you the same answers, because if I'm not having those problems, it's going to be really hard for me to help you if I'm not exhibiting the same issues that you are. Also, I'm using Mac. So if you DM me about Windows, I can't help you. I don't use Windows. So Google is your friend. Remember that. Google is your friend. It helps everybody. Helps me. Can help you too.
Hey, it's Brian from Samcart, and if you're trying to build a real business online, but you're struggling to make consistent sales, I want to give you my number one tip that we give all of our beginner users who start using Samcart to sell their products. And the reason that this specific tip is the one that I share is because Samcart is used every single day by over 10,000 entrepreneurs just like you, and there's been over $1 billion in sales made on our platform, which means I get to see what's working and what isn't. I get to see what products are selling well,
I'm
what
better
traffic
than you,
sources
and I
are converting
know
the
it.
best, what types of websites, landing pages, and marketing funnels are
Right.
generating the most sales.
It's like,
And as of today, what's working the best are
is
single
it?
pages that sell a single product. Which is good news for you because you actually don't need a 17-step marketing funnel or a 3-hour
the only
webinar
picture
just
that's
to
on
start
here?
making sales. You can set up one single page that hits on all the key points you need
No,
to
I
hit
think
on
that's not a bad
in order to
picture.
convince someone to buy. And if it's set up correctly, it will turn visitors into paying customers every single day for you. And when you think about it logically, it makes total sense why this is working so well with you. When was the last time you looked forward to going through 17 different steps just to buy somebody's product? When was the last time you enjoyed watching a 3-hour webinar that was just selling you the whole time?
Oh my
When was the
god.
last time that you looked forward to your inbox getting spammed for 30 days?
You don't like hearing the ads?
I don't like hearing it. An ad over 2 minutes long.
Oh, cool. So we added an image.
That's great. Now you know how to do it, Father.
Well, you know how to do this, so you can run, production.
See, it just took a little effort and one YouTube video. I don't think that was part of the YouTube video.
Now, how do you launch multiple scenes?
Multiple scenes. Do you feel like where your sources and scenes bar? Like technically, I think scenes come from sources. You can delete that one. I'm pretty sure that one doesn't matter. Yeah, that's an art program. Just remove it.
Why it's not doing the iOS? I can't even see this.
Well, I can't see this because it does not seem to be registered as a. Maybe you feel like taking a test. There you go.
That's such a delay. It's like 3 days ago. Seriously? Encoding overloaded. Consider turning down video.
Oh, it's probably because you put it at 60. I guess you should really turn it at 30.
What does that mean?
FPS. Video, I think. Oh yeah, you can't do it while it's active. So I guess you stop the recording.